Okay, so fill you guys in on what's going on. Got this Mini. We found out we needed a motor. Ordered a motor. Said motor is in said car. Once it's in the car, I can only get compression to go up when I put oil in the cylinder. So I soaked the piston rings and all the intake valves and all that stuff with cleaner, transmission fluid on the piston for days, pulled the intake off, cleaned all the valves. I did every trick in the book. I get compression for about 2 or 3 strokes and then boom, it goes back down to 60. You can hear it change as I do it. So needless to say, contacted the people I got the engine from, which is Reman Engines online. They're amazing. Talked to one of their techs. He's like, I'll send you another motor. Boom, it's already out here. So that's what this motor is out here. So we're gonna yank this thing out and yeah, hopefully this one starts. Yeah.
Yo, girls never get life to the sheep, least nice, but nah, he ain't nice underneath. Got a price on the leash, I don't trust when they speak. Be sounding real spite for them.
I'm in Florida, but it is effing cold down here. But my dogs don't even want to be out here. They're like, we're going inside. We're gonna get that off this pallet, onto my little cart, zip it in there. We're gonna go over it, what kind of condition it is. You know, these have busted sensors. The last one you can see had a broken oil pan I had to swap over. We're gonna make sure it doesn't have any of that. We're gonna swap all the good parts that I had on this one that's in the car onto this new motor, because these are not cheap motors. This is about $3,200 motor. This is expensive because it's a BMW. It's a mini Beamer. I'm gonna get that on the pallet. That's what you'll see now. Do a little time lapse and come along. Let's get a mini motor onto a little carty cart. Thank you, Abby. Yeah, it's cold. All right, it's day 4,565 of the mini excursion. Yesterday we got the first motor that was in there out. Now this is the new Junkyard one. We got to go over this thing, check everything, swap out the valve cover, swap out all the good bits that are on this one. We're gonna put our whole fuel system on here. We're not using a Junkyard fuel system. Plus the injectors are coated to the cars, so that's where we are. So right now I've got the oven open. That's how you heat a powder coating shop. You turn the oven on. So the oven is on. My little space heaters are rocking. I got my coffee. I'm gonna settle in here and see where I'm at and get started. Get this motor in and get it on down the road. Back on the road, down the road. All right, so we're gonna go over this engine, and whenever you get an engine from junkyards, they usually send you a list of the typical stuff to go over. We're gonna check everything, check the valves, check the timing. I suggest you do that on any junkyard motor. Come off, clips. You can tell it's a junkyard because all they do is they don't take the harness off. They just cut everything. These are a pain in the butt, but I mean, you always get like one nasty valve. I mean, as much as they put this crazy tape on there, you still got to blow all these things out because there's dirt in there. I just saw dirt. Yeah, there's dirt down there. This is the oil filter housing, and that's the oil cooler right there. We're definitely going to take that off and check it. Check the O-rings just to make sure they're good. That's the thermostat, so we have a new one of those. We're going to get rid of that. Water pump. These have problems with these falling apart. Oh, check the plate on this one. I guess they're all kind of rubbery mounted like that. That rubber will fall apart, or it'll detach from the metal. And these things will just spin. Actually, the one on my Odyssey fell off when I was at a park walking my dog. It doesn't look like it's got too much oil leaks. I mean, the valve cover's leaking. Your main looks good though. So the exhaust valves usually don't get that bad. We're gonna spray some cleaner up in there. I'm just curious what we're going to find in the spark plug holders. Come on. It actually looks like a new spark plug. I'm gonna pull those out. I do keep these. I put them in my little cap bin. If you got a cap bin, fill it up. Little super glue, hose clamps. Get organized, people. You don't need them much. If you're one-man show, you don't need too much. But we're gonna do a whole segment on organizing your shop for success, because that's what I'm gonna do to this garage. I'm gonna build my own dream garage that I've always wanted.
Yeah, you've got nerve coming at me like you do got nerve. Thinking that I owe you got nerve. Saying things far from true, you got nerve. Yeah, you got nerve coming at me like you do got nerve. Thinking that I owe you got nerve. Saying things far from true, you got nerve. Yeah, you got nerve.
probably need the key. Key helps when you're starting a car. Tip of the day. If you want to start a car, try using the key. Ah, there we go. Well, she's good to go. Mega slip. We are out on the road on another Facebook Marketplace extravaganza. We have found, or I have found, the lift I've been looking for. Brand new, $1,100 cheaper than buying it in the store. So I'm going to get that. It's a max jack lift. It's made for the garage tech. If you got ceilings that are too low, but you want to get an actual good lift, that's what this guy is. So I'm about to pick it up. I should be there in a few minutes. And yeah, I'm excited, really excited. So I made it home with the max jack. Yeah. What do you think that tow truck just dropped off? Yep. The orange fury's back. Let's see what the hell is going on with this thing. Hold on, let me go grab my scanner. So this one doesn't show me through the mini thing. I have to go back out to the generic. So that's just, you have a generic OBD2 kind of port, which is what those little scanner things usually use. Let's boot it up real quick. Let me turn this thing on. Let's go, computer. A lot of waiting in this industry. Waiting on computers, waiting on parts, waiting on customers. It's a lot of sitting around waiting. Oh, come today! Today, Junior! What is happening? This is ridiculous. I'm at the DMV. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. I'll be back when this decides to work. Yeah, system rich. So what we want to do is look at live data. Those little scanner things, you can go in and it'll look at, like, it'll say live data or something like that. Go in there, look for the long-term and short-term fuel. That's what we're looking for. These guys right here. Short-term fuel, long-term fuel. So the battery was off when I was charging it last night. So if your battery's disconnected, your long-term is probably going to be off for a little bit. But what you're looking for is this needs to be around 0. You don't want it to be adding like 10% fuel or 15% fuel. That means you have a leak. So came back, had some codes, did some poking around. The battery is no good, which can cause shifting problems, can cause all kinds of running and drivability problems. Hers wasn't starting, so it acted like it was kind of like a starter switch, which she had a problem before with. So I ended up putting the battery on a deep charge overnight. Good 12-hour, 24-hour, 15-hour charge, and it started up perfect. Started fine. But today we get to use our smoke machine, Amazon special. I did some research, and this one actually got some really good reviews, and it's under $100. This machine costs you less than a diagnosis at a repair shops, really. You don't have to hook air up to it. You just hook it up to a battery, drop a little baby oil in there, or glycerin, whatever you have. I had glycerin for some reason. Just rocking some glycerin. So it comes in the box, you open it up, you roll this nice little cap. Check this out. Drip, oh, make a little drippity drop on the top. It actually comes with a zippity handy dandy bottle, but I figured that was just as fine to use that. I mean, it worked fine. Kind of made a mess here. Let me kind of wipe it up. Yeah, I think the last shop I had, I think he spent a bunch on his smoke machine, a ridiculous amount on his Snap-on smoke machine, and still it worked okay, and it had its issues. I've used this for 10 minutes, and I absolutely love it. So what you're wanting to do, you start getting a lean code or a rich code, whatever, you can find air leaks with smoke. Comes with this fancy cone thing. Will stick into the intake like this, like so. You do want to test it before you plug it in. Get it on, get it going. So once it starts warming up, there we go. Chugging along. Alright. So what we do is we stick that guy on there. And you're going to want to look throughout the intake system. So you'd want to look around the intake here. Oh, this clamp's not super tight, but it's good enough for now. As we can see. So, oh, look right there. Let me get my flashlight. So you would have never found that leak. And it's down under a rubber grommet. Yep. So these typically crack. Those are common. You touch it, sometimes they crack inside, and tiny hairline crack. You'll never see it, but it's going to suck air, and it's not going to be metered. Whoop, this thing's cracking at me. Makes some noises when it runs out of oil. But yeah, I got this one on Amazon. Works really good. Found us that leak, so we're going to fix that leak. Yeah. And you can play spooky smoke stuff for Halloween, too. Ooh, come to your haunted car. Alright, we ran to Advanced Auto. We got our Die-Hard. So we're gonna slap that bad boy in there right now. Then we gotta jump into the computer and register the battery. You need to register these batteries, people. Make sure you do that when you put your battery into your German car. Alright. Got a new battery in this thing. Yeah, we reset the adaptives. Everything's smoothed out. It's gonna sit here and idle for a little bit. Went and test drove it. Drives good. Batteries will cause all kinds of problems in these cars. Shifting problem, starting a problem, just a slew of problems. Always make sure that you have a healthy battery in your Mini Cooper, or hell, any German car, because they will send technicians around the clock. Right? I've done crazy shit, you know, it's just a battery. But this one's we picked up later today. That's it for another one of these Mini Coopers, and hopefully we won't see this thing anymore. It keeps coming back. It's haunting me. Mr. Mini Cooper S there, Mr. Get the S out of here. Get ready for the next one.